I give a fuck. Everything that I do, I put it online. I got my own little podcast. Nobody listens to it, but it's fucking there. All my conversations. I give a fuck who I call. If I call any institution that I call, I record them. All my conversations are get recorded.
I was having a conversation the other day, man. I forgot who it was with.
But that's the thing. What do you think all them company recording you? That's the thing. You just got to record them. I'll figure out pretty soon how to set it up in an algorithm that whenever I need to go, like, for instance, a day and a time, I'll have it all right there. Boom. And the AI is what I'm trying to learn that for. That's where I'm at. I'm in the AI. I've been playing with that.
It's a good thing. Being this company, bro, since you got money in stocks, and made the computer chip that.
No, I took all my money out of stocks. I had a weird situation happen. I moved, right, from Florida, and I went and I used the post office's forward mail, for it to forward my mail, the physical mail. Them bitches did a lot more than that. They updated all my fucking institutions, my banking. They changed my addresses online. They went into all my profiles, like in my I had Fidelity is where I had my stocks. They went in there and changed my address automatically, and I gotta call you back, bro. Therapy.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning, stranger.
Good morning. What's going on there, my friend?
Man, I gotta catch.
Finally, the sun is out. Thank God.
Yeah. The United States Postal Service is dangerous, bro.
Why?
They changed all my shit online.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What you mean?
You know, I told you I had like a little bit of money in stocks. I had put $200 in some stocks. Well, it was 200.
Yeah.
But anyway, I closed all that shit down. These guys, they went in there and changed it. I ain't calling these. I told you what. Did I tell you Wells Fargo changed my shit too?
Yes, yes.
Well, it's been all of them. Everything online was changed. Yeah. The institutions.
What?
Institutions. If it was an institution or anything to do with money, yeah.
So, what are they changing exactly?
My profile, they updated the address, and when I called these people, they don't understand how it was changed. And when I said the post office, said, "Oh, that's why." And I'm like, "So it's okay for the post office to do that?" And they're all telling me, "Yeah."
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I tried to put a fraudulent thing in there, and they said they can't do that because it's the post office. So the post office can edit my profile from the back end.
So now, okay, is it them reaching out, or is it that you're getting mail? I
explain it to you. If you're in Puerto Rico, put a forwarding mail address for your mail to be delivered to the address in Puerto Rico. All your banking institution's address will change automatically to Puerto Rico. When you go back to your banks and the profile, you will see the address change. If you call the bank and say, "Who the fuck changed my address?" they're going to act like they don't know because they don't know. Because it's all the way, you have to escalate it up to the people who work in the back end, and then they will tell you, well, they have that. They have that authority.
But I guess what my question is like, well, okay, so if you change your address, right, then that means anyone who's trying to send you mail is going to be redirected. But instead of being redirected, they're giving the address.
To institutions. They're not giving them the address. They're going in there and editing it. The post office goes into, because this is where I come in as a web guy. The only way that can happen is because they're in the API system and they have permission to edit shit inside of these institutions. Like the institutions have to. The post office is integrated into their back end so much that only the back end people could tell you that. The customer service people, the ones you call on the phone, they wouldn't see there would be I haven't seen no edits, and they wouldn't, and it's right. They don't see it. This is because they're tied in the back end.
Right.
Yeah, there's always back doors to these places, and the API system gives you access according to how I want you to get the access.
Right.
Think of an API system as if you have a user board. In your school, there was users. You was Michelle Caraballo. The other secretary signs in to a computer that gives you a password, and you use the username and password, and you sign it into this place. Well,
Right.
that's the same way. So then you could give me privileges if you wanted to by giving me access with my email, and only the guy in the back end can do that. Yeah, when you first go in, they're going to give you an email, and they're going to tell you, go look they're going to give you how to sign into that email, and then all your emails now are going to be to the school email.
Wow.
That's the developer guy. That's me in the back end. That's me. And then from there on out, you will receive all your email from the school in that one email, because you have a specific email for the school. Which has nothing to do with your Gmail.
Right. Of course, yeah.
Well, then that guy could give access to anybody in the world. His job is to not allow anybody to get in but the ones that he wants. That's what I do with websites. You control them.
Right.
From the back. So you would never see none of this stuff that I'm asking. If somebody is doing something from the back end, you would never see it. Only he will.
Right.
The IT guys.
Right. Yeah, that's happening behind the scenes.
And usually it's because he's involved in it. You have to give him permission, because it's a you know how you have the two-way authentication for phones when you sign up for Facebook? Well, it's sort of that. It's sort of that, but it's nobody sending. You don't get to click nothing. The machines are doing it in the back end with hash codes. Yeah, with the 68-bit hash code. That's why the API uses. And then you tie it in. And then that website is tied in forever until you untie them.
Wow.
And that can only happen until the two administrators from the two machines give each other the access.
So after Wells Fargo, what did you notice next?
Coinbase, TD, the TD bank stock shit, the Fidelity stock shit, all my bank, the car, what else? Everything I have.
Oh, shit.
Everything I have. That's an institution that has to do with money. Got changed automatically. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they give you this little message. We have updated. Updated your profile. Like thank me. And I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not thanking. That brings clarity. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? How?
You're like, I didn't, so who did?
Then I turn into a computer, and I'm like analyzing this shit, and I'm like, whoa, like.
Wow.
And then when I call, it confirms what I'm thinking, because they're like, yeah, it's okay. You can't do fraud. It's the post office. They know.
Wow.
And I know they know, because the only way for that to happen is because this guy and that guy was communicated and connected. Boom.
Right. They know that this is just how it works.
They connect the two machines. So whatever happens in this machine will happen in that machine.
Right.
And that's how that's working. So the post office is really stretched out there, eh?
Wow. Damn.
When it comes to...
Jeez, I didn't realize they had much time on their hands.
Wow. I thought of and I'm telling the guy, dude,
that takes a lot of work.
I telling them, when I think of post office, I'm still thinking of a fucking guy.
People suck and you're going to get pissed off.
I'm still thinking of a guy on a horse with the mail sacks on the side. This is not
like
that.
A donkey with the big sacks on the side.
No, now I gotta look this shit like a robot now, like a real centralized robot that is into everybody's shit. It's no more a horse and a guy running around trying to carry the mail no more. That's how I still imagine it. That's just how I've been seeing the post office. But these guys have really evolved, bro. They're one of the biggest AIs.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because that's a robot. You tell it, if this address change, make that address change, and that's just a little bits of code. That's not even a big code, bro. That's just a if. Because that's just how this website stuff works. You could go and, or, and if.
Or if then.
Yeah, and these different combinations, if you put your mind and think it's endless, infinite ways of combinations that you could tweak these things to do these things. If it does this and it had this, do this. Or if it has this and this, do that. Yeah.
Right.
And that's a little bit of code. It's just an if and an and and an or in between the codes. Every time for every variable. It's fucking hilarious. That to me is dangerous. In both ways. Yeah, because if I was really running from the police or something like that and I was a mass murderer, guess what I would do? I would send that shit to an address that I know far away from me.
Right.
And then probably do it again after a while.
Here's my new address in Seattle.
Yeah. The only thing is, the only catch to doing that is that you gotta know the address. You gotta know someone in there because they're gonna send a code. But I've done that with Google Maps. Yeah. But these government places is different. Google Maps, I've learned how to beat Google Maps.
Right.
Yeah. If I go to any business with 5 profiles and you want to change the phone number to a business to fuck them up, you need 5 profiles to do it at the same time, and it will automatically change it. Google algorithm for Google Maps. I've changed people's websites to my website and their phone number to my phone number.
Wow.
Yeah. Smoke shops. Yeah, I haven't done it here. It's not many smoke shops. There's only one, but I'm about to do his to see. If he's paying attention, it wouldn't happen. But if he's not paying attention, I will get it in. I'm going to change his shit for a minute to see. Yeah, memory. I'm there talking to the little guy from Denver. All right. Therapy for you for a second. The guy came. He was looking for work. His mom have a grocery store. Anyway, he has a website called Caribbean SVS.com. But he's never paid me my $20 a month. I never asked him to build this website. He brought the conversation in. We started talking. I called him up to get some weed. He brought back again to build a website. The guy that he got was charging him $750. So I told him, you know what? Give me $500 and give me my fucking $250 you already owe me. For the 2 years at $20 a month for 2 years comes out to $240.
Right.
And I charge you $500, and you keep your website up. The motherfucker told me he's gonna he'll get back to me soon.
Okay.
And like, hold on, what the fuck?
Wow. So all this time,
His
stuff has been running for the 2 years. He hasn't paid. So just shut him down until he comes back.
I used to do that to people, and then you know what they do afterwards? Oh man, you shouldn't do that, bro, because then I was going to do that. You know how that shit happens. When you take the first move, they shoot the gun talking about, the petty shit.
Right. So, I mean, then give him a warning. Like, look, I tried to give you a good deal. Bottom line is, if I don't hear from you by this date, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to shut you down. Like, nobody's going to let you ride for free. Like, nobody. So, like, it's unreasonable for you to expect that this is going to continue. You're lucky it happened as long as it did. So,
people are crazy.
Yeah, they are crazy.
People are crazy. Here I am.
Like, I understand you're thinking about it, but while you're thinking about it, I'm telling you, by this date, if you don't give me an answer, it's getting shut down.
So my other buddy Ray, he turned into a web developer now. Yeah. It's people are fucking crazy, bro.
Now, is there any kind of possibility of like remote work for the stuff that you do, where you wouldn't have to go into a place, but you could like do remote work, like web developing?
You always end up having to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that remote shit. I don't really know if that's really true, but I learned you always have to go in. Yeah, my biggest pain in the beginning was when I got Walter Reynoso. And right now he like senile, and and I don't want to say it's good for him, but it's good for him. It's all good. Yeah, this motherfucker got me to buy him 500 websites, domain name. He was such a prick that he's like, I want you to look me up some keywords. And I looked him up. He wanted all the combination of Walter Reynoso law firm. Anything to do, criminal law, attorney at law. He was this AAA lawyer that it ain't nothing you couldn't shoot to him that he couldn't take, because he had all the law under him, all of it studied. Low Peckerwood, Italian guy, really, in his days, not Peckerwood. He was cool. He gave me all my money. Him and AT&T had a conversation. He gave me all my money and some, but he fired me the day he met me. After 37 days of work.
Wow.
Remotely. That he could never see me on the screen. We was using, that's when we had, what was that fucking thing that he used so long ago? It's still around, I think it is. It ain't no fucking Zoom. No, Zoom is a new shit, man. It was the other thing before Zoom. It was a funny name, too. It was before Facebook. Skype. Yeah, that shit was the shit. It was before its time. You could share the screen. You can give files. It was just laggy a little bit because of the internet wasn't up to date with it. But Skype was before Zoom, man. Zoom is I don't even know how Zoom got in there with the Zoom bullshit. Skype was the shit. They should have put the money into Skype. I think it did more. But anyway, we did the Skype for 37 days, me and that dude. And then he fired me with AT&T on the phone, telling them they shouldn't. He shouldn't fire me, but he still fired me.
Wow. And what was his reason?
He couldn't have an ex-convict in his company.
Okay.
Simple as that. He's a AAA lawyer, and I was dealing with all his database, with all his people's information.
Okay, I get it.
I built it, then he threw me out. That's happened to me a few times, too. Yeah, with Just CBD, too.
And always for the same reason?
No, that white boy for Just CBD, he was a real prick. I was only able to buy him for $5,000. He took over Just CBD. That company, man. I don't know if this happens to everybody, but the Just CBD company is a little guy named Hussein. This guy, I met this guy. He's a fucking $33 million he's worth today. Yeah. And then the Hemco was 60. He ended up on Forbes. I heard he paid for that though, but he still ended up in there. Can you get yourself up on Forbes? I can't. So he managed to do it.
Suck and you're gonna get pissed off today. Don't cuss nobody out. Don't fist fight. Don't go to jail. You got this, bitch. Good luck.
And the lady who prosecuted me for 2 years from the government, from the Food and Drug Administration for the goddamn $650 a month, she ended up. If you go to Just CBD now and go look up, her name is on it to start with, and if you click up on the about her, you end up on the whole page about her. But she no longer works for the Food and Drug Administration after she took the $650 for 3 years. Now she's involved in this company, and then that company is just blown up. Just CBD is international.
Dang.
I don't know no other CBD company that's really international. That you could say worldwide almost, because it's in Europe. Yeah, they got a whole 2 websites, one for here, one for Europe.
Wow.
And that's Speedy, is the guy I tell you, Ali, that's his little brother. Yeah. Hussein.
Damn, $33 million.
Yeah, this dude ain't even 33 years old.
Wow.
No, he's probably 29, maybe 31. I give him all the way to 32 years old, but he ain't fucking 33 yet. Nah, he probably 29. Cause Hassan is just about 20 something too, so he's not much older than Hassan. And his older brother's the one I could say is probably 35, 36. Ali.
Right.
Ali, because he's almost a little bit bald. he playing with it.
Right.
He playing with the brush cover in it. Yeah, he's still playing with it. But he almost going bald. He's the only one that haven't noticed it. And them guys like that, them he bought, Ali bought, he lives in Don Juan, that motherfucker's rock house. What's his name? Don Juan Han.
Oh, Dwayne.
Yeah,
Dwayne Johnson.
that confusing shit. Yeah, it's him. The Rock. He lives in his old house in Miami. That's the dude I bought my CBD from.
Wow.
Yeah, the Ali guy. Yeah, so he has a lot of money to be living in that guy's house. He bought it.
Damn.
And he still goes to work every day.
Wow. Well, yeah, I guess that's how he stays rich.
He shows up. You know how that is. He shows up, he sits in the computer room, calls to harass a couple of people about the money they owe him, and then he dips. Because he comes in and out when he wants. But, yeah, he shows up every day. Well, you have to show up when it's like that. And it's a little bitty, and it's not a big place, right? And why the fuck I couldn't get that luck, bro? Well, you or anybody else. Or everybody, for that matter. Why ain't everybody doing it like that? What's going on? What's the missing piece?
For real.
Show up every day is what it is. I think I show up every day.
Yeah, like, no, that can't just be it. There's got to be more than that.
I don't know what it is, bro. You gotta, I don't know what it is. I guess you can't use your mind. That's another part. Show up and don't use your mind. So you're looking for instructions. Well, I'm waiting for mine.
I mean, I guess it's probably, a mixture of things. Some part luck, some part like knowing people, some part, just opportunities falling in your lap. Like, a lot of shit.
If you say opportunities, with every breath is an opportunity, no?
Yeah, but sometimes opportunities come your way that you couldn't have created on your own. They just kind of showed up. Or you met a person that you hadn't expected to meet, and then they're like, oh, yeah, I know X, Y, and Z, and if you want to work together or whatever. Like, yeah, shit kind of comes your way sometimes. All the shit you can't account for. There's what you do, and then there's the circumstances that surround you, and sometimes shit just falls in your lap. And you're like, wow, like I could never have imagined that. That's crazy.
Yeah. You gotta be running around for that, though.
Well, it's hard because, it's not like you have access to a lot of people, especially where you're at right now, So it's like, how can, like, it's very difficult for that to happen because it's not even like you're able to network or, like, work with other people. Like, there's nobody around. You're just trying to do stuff from your house, basically.
No, that's the shit. That if you tell them too much, then they become what you were trying to do. That's what pissed me off with Ray. It's like, so now you're a developer. And then he's after him, and then he's so excited that he's like, yeah, I guess, that's how it, And I'm like, oh. So thank you're welcome for opening up. I don't know how will you be a smart ass fella, motherfucker? That like thank you, and then no thank you at the same time.
And probably a little bit of you're welcome too. I'm sure you probably got a lot of ideas already.
Well, you know how you got the memes and the guys that tell you got these 5 websites that you could go look at and do. I guess he could have found it on his own. That's what I had a few people tell me. I could have did that on my own.
I love that. It's like, yeah, but you did.
I leave it. No, when I hear that, when I get told that, you hear silence, and sometimes I would just hang up the phone.
Right.
I have.
You're like,
yeah, and I leave it alone.
Yeah.
Because it really irritates me for someone to tell me I would have got there on my own. Really.
Right.
I thought it was thanks for popping up in my in the middle of my journey, and you give the option to tag along in the journey together now, or you pay me off at least, pay me off my little goal, and continue on the trail.
Right.
Yeah, because the government ain't
for what got you started, and not keep it moving.
Yeah, the government ain't paying me for educational purposes here. What's going on, bro? You lost.
But some people are not. They're just not fucking grateful. Like they don't want to admit that they didn't do it on their own. They're like, nah, I could have done that. That wasn't that big a deal. They're like, yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, you could have, but you did not. So. That.
Yeah, you just gave me an idea too, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that all day. Oh, I could have thought of that. I could have thought of that idea for that multi-million-dollar idea. I know people like that too. My husband's brother's like that. I can't. He annoys the shit out of me. He's one of those people that, like, no matter what comes out, what amazing idea comes out, he's like, yeah, I thought about that like 20 years ago. Of course you did.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I always knew that. I always thought of that. Of course you did.
No. It's the one when you actually tell them, and then they actually made it, and then you ask, and then you ask them the question. I try to do it before, because I will ask people that same thing. So if I give you the $1 million idea, and you go and you have the resources and you do it, do you owe me money? And everybody answered, I don't owe you no money. I'm like, cool. That's another moment to be silent and walk away.
Right.
Yeah, because there's no words for that. So that's like if I've given you the $1 and you went and bought the lottery ticket and you win.
Right.
Do you give me any of it? And then motherfuckers, I don't need to. You gave me the $1. That's my money. I'm like, okay, cool. Another moment to stop and walk away. Yeah, because it's like, no. If you give me $1 and I go in, I make the lotto, I'm coming up, bitch. We got rich. Yeah, half of it.
Damn straight.
Because my ethics say that. But I don't think many humans do that, bro. So then am I an alien? Is the way I feel.
No. Just because not enough people think that way doesn't mean you shouldn't think that way. It's just sad that more people don't think that way.
More people don't think. I told that to my wife. She don't think that way either.
And it's like, no, if somebody helps you along the way, in whatever way that they help you, then in whatever way you can, whether it's monetarily or not, yeah, you give back. You give back because you wouldn't have gotten there without them.
That's why we are where we are. Everybody try to keep it.
Right. It's like, oh, I'm going to forget everybody who helped me along the way, and it's all me now.
All right, I learned this too. I learned this. This is what I learned. You know, all them guys talk about, all you got to do is open up an IRA and the IRA and the IRA. Okay, guess what? You need 50 grand before you could even get a fucking IRA. You got 50 grand laying around? Let's go up. And then that only gives you $6,000 per year back in yield.
Right.
What is that? APY? That sounds so right. Yeah, APY or AYP. How is it?
APY, I think it's APY.
Annual percentage yearly, yeah, right, yeah, APY. They give 5,000, give you 6 grand. I'm like, well, damn, I need to rob somebody to get the 5 grand to leave it there for a whole year without touching it. To then come and ask for the loan from it and then do that bullshit that they talk about, because that's how you do that.
Right. So, like, if you give somebody the idea to do something and they do it, now obviously it was their hard work. Right, and they're the ones who had to like make a plan, and they made it happen. And no doubt, you got to pat yourself on the back. However, you can't forget that the idea wasn't yours.
And it's
like,
not.
Yes, you made it happen, but you wouldn't have thought of the idea. The idea was given to you. That's worth something. I don't see how that's not worth something. You wouldn't be where you are if you hadn't gotten that idea.
You can't even network with these cockroaches today, bro, because they take the shit and they don't network it back to you. They make it another source, bro. then they make your shit another source for them, and they literally could come and ask you for questions, and then you don't realize it. And that's how my kid did me when he was only 6. Imagine. Wow. Yeah, when he took the information for the credit card bit by bit from me and my wife, rotating. Like he come to me and ask me what's the address, and he go to her and ask her what's the date, and then he comes to me and like that. He played us, and then he got caught sleeping waiting for a download. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And look, and we asked him why he took 100. He said because he did the math. For what he needed $100. Yeah.
Wow.
That was the math. And he's still on the fucking computer now. He's just said that boy's been on it. I'm telling you from little. Sophia rode horses when she was 6. That's why she's still with horses. I had a conversation with her.
How's she doing?
She's in her own place. Yeah. She locked down the basement. I don't know for what, but I am not thinking she's going to do long here.
Right.
Yeah, unless she finds. She's not even really looking for a place up here yet. If not, she would have been here to go check it out. And that happened. No. She has a room in them people's house. She's already moved in.
Right.
Something
and
happened.
So when the school year begins, or has it begun already? I don't know how. Oh no, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. She'll stay there.
She has a computer, so
That's true.
she never turned it in. They told her that she could keep it. So, and really, I don't see why they got her like, yeah, they should be able to do that without, as long as she has internet, the computer should update.
Right.
So, that's already the obstacle she has destroyed it. Yeah, that she has to give the computer and get a computer and all that crap. She's already, once school starts, she uses the same computer.
Right.
And then she'll be 15. And I don't know what grade she'll be, like 9, then 16 and 10, right? Like that?
Yep.
Yeah. So she got 2 more years to go. No, 1 more year. In 9th is when she changed, right? From 8 to 9. No.
From 8 to 9.
No, 9 to 10.
I don't know. From here, it's
oh, no, it's 8 to 9. It's 2 grades. It's 2 grades.
Is high school.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, it's 4, the last.
So is this her first year of high school? Starting?
No, I think she's doing the 8.
8. Okay. She got 1 more year to go.
Yeah, but remember, she worked on credits also, so she's got.
Right.
I don't know when she gets to use that. I think she gets to use them once she gets out of elementary. They automatically get used because you're in high school.
Right.
And that's how you move up and down when you jump over.
Right.
Because that's how Thomas was able to not go to school for a year and pass. Because he used.
Right, because he already had the credits.
He already had the credits. That fucking boy. So he made that 1 grade and never showed up again and quit.
Right.
Yeah, because he was already on it. No. But she's doing good with it so far.
That's good. That's good.
And hopefully she don't come home pregnant one day. I can't say no more.
Well, hopefully, like, she's so into the whole horse thing, and, she just keeps her head straight. She's working on that. She's working on, becoming a trainer, and...
But if you think about it, I don't know. Most kids do that shit behind the love, ain't it? At them ages, they do the weird shit like that. I don't know if she could be with her lover right now, the girl, the little girl. I don't know. This is some weird world these days.
Yeah, well.
Weird people look for weird affection in weird places, my friend. And I'm sorry, my daughter's in the weirdo era. She's just in it. Yeah. We found vapes and shit in her room, so she's been doing stuff.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that age. Definitely that age.
The teens, dangerous age. You gotta fit in, and you want to be one of the ones, and all that good shit. So that's it. All will show, bro, if you programmed it correctly or not.
Right. Yeah, and that's when you just gotta be like, you know what? You just hope for the best. You just pray for her to have good, guidance from above. But yeah, you just hope for the best. You did your best to raise her the best way you could, and you just hope for the best.
I got to change the subject a minute. I got Netflix. I got the swingly thing, swing, and
Swing?
yeah. And it's another motherfucker there. I don't remember.
Amazon.
Peacock. Or Amazon Prime too.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I gotta hook up the stick for the Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I have. I don't know if I could get the Gaia thing. I watched the what's his name? Shit, his whole thing. It was a few episodes of Graham. I'm watching this thing.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, I watch I can't remember. Something Life, Another Life. About some weird shit. But they all have the same thing in there about going to the future and stuff.
Right, like the same theme basically.
With this machine and manipulating time with God's space or God particles.
I don't know, bro. I try not to like get caught up in like everything that's going on in the world.
Oh no.
Because I realize there's nothing I can really do about it. But
okay.
Very disturbing.
I'm gonna give you
downright disturbing, man.
I'm going right down your alley. Hawaii. There's a conspiracy theory.
I don't think it's much of a conspiracy.
No.
I think
that they killed them people and burned them up with microwaves, my friend, because all the metal is melted, but not all the bush is burnt.
Right, and it's still green on the trees.
Yeah, dude.
How the fuck does that happen in a wildfire?
And every house is burnt down, and that's all microwavable things that they done destroy.
And like you said, like melted metal. Like everyone says it looks more like a bomb exploded than like a fire.
The fire is the remnants of what happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The fire the fire is the aftermath.
Right.
Of what
it's like
happened
the byproduct of what happened.
Yeah, that's why all the trees aren't fucking burnt, bitch. You melted a car. How is the tree still standing, motherfucker?
And all of the most wealthy houses are all fine.
Dude, I saw
untouched.
That. Yeah, because microwave,
Lady Gaga.
You see, you could do with microwave a geolocation. You know what a geolocation is? A shape of any form. What? Geolocation. A geolocation of an area. They're telling you that they mapped out every curve and cranny of this motherfucker and locked it into a fucking sphere, but in the shape of an area. So it could have corners, it could have circle areas, it could have a lot of wiggly lines. A geolocation is all the latitude and longitude surrounding a particular space in an area, and then bomb the fuck out of that, and nothing beyond that would be harm.
I mean, and look, the cops were actually stopping people from escaping. They were stopping in areas where people were trying to drive. And I was telling my husband, God bless those Hawaiian people, because if that's me and my child's in the car, I'm sorry, I'm running you over. I don't give a shit. Like, this is life and death here. This is not time to fuck around. I don't care about you being police and I'm not police. And
I'm telling you something.
In this moment, I will do whatever I have to do to survive.
I don't know.
If I gotta run your ass over, so be it.
I don't know if the mind play tricks or not, like some of these movies show, but I have not watched none of the Hawaii shit. I went today and I said, let me go look up Hawaii. And I went on a search for Hawaii fires, boom. And I'm looking, fuck what was being said. I'm looking, first thing is what I'm seeing every fucking thing gone.
Yes.
But there was still trees standing. How? I don't care if the tree was a little bit burnt, but it's still standing. Why is the tree still upright how it was? So that is some crazy shit that happened there in my mind. Then
But I mean, come on, like there's not that much. I mean, I know people are incompetent, but damn it. So you got cops stopping people. The water was not on. They turned the water off.
Because it conducts electricity.
They never sounded the siren. I mean, that's a lot of people fucking up in a lot of different sectors.
And then
so that's why you don't see fire trucks, because since there was no water, even the fire trucks couldn't get access to water. So if you got no water, how do you fight a fire? And then you get in your car and they're telling you, oh, don't go this way, go that way, but that's back into the fire. What the hell do you do? That's why hundreds of people are dead.
Yeah.
If people could get away, they would have. They were trapped. You don't have that many people die in a fire if they got somewhere to go. Some direction to run.
Dude, that's going to be a malfunction of some sort of electrical shit, and that's the end of that story, buddy. That's how that's going to go.
Well, yeah, they've already started it. They're already saying that. But whatever the case may be, it still doesn't mean, let's say that is the beginning. It doesn't mean that wasn't planned.
And you can call that a test. Yeah, exactly. That's how fucked up my mind will go. So that's the test. Because they're testing shit all over the world.
Look, Katrina was a test. Maria was a test. This is a test. It's all tests. It's all saying, what will people accept? What, like people are very willing to accept shit. It's unbelievable. And so here we are. Like, I don't know.
I hate that dude, yeah. The world is crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then, in other countries, like, there's really no point in trying to escape to other countries because they control so many other countries as well, especially Latin America.
I told you them
like
guys.
Ecuador,
Look, we
just killed a presidential candidate, and that's because that presidential candidate didn't fall in line with American values.
I remember when I watched the Noam Chomsky, and I told you about the war shit. And then I was telling you, he was saying about these guys connecting, and I was telling you all this. These guys are connected, bro. They call them, they got the BRICS.
Yep.
Brazil, Russia, and the I is what? I don't know what.
India.
Okay.
India.
Yeah, and then the C, the K, that's all of them. China, and then the K is...
and then the S is... no, there's no K. It's BRICS, and then S is South Africa.
And they got... Boy, the United States.
And they have, and mind you, that's just the original founding countries. There are 40 countries who are trying to become part of this. And not no small ass countries either. We're talking about like Saudi Arabia, United Emirates.
We're supposed to be with those guys right now. And them guys are supposed to be, and they're going to turn their backs on us.
But from what I understand, there is a rift in BRICS. There's a fight within BRICS that they're having a hard time with. You got Russia and China that are anti-West. They're just like, fuck the West. But India and South Africa have good relationships with the West. And so they want to do their own thing, but they don't necessarily want to offend. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't necessarily want to be in direct conflict they don't want that. China and Russia do.
With Brazil?
And so now Brazil, I don't know where Brazil stands exactly. I just know those 4 countries out of the 5. So there's like conflict inside as to how far they take this, because they want to compete with the G7. And South Africa and India are like, no, wait a second. We don't necessarily want to be in conflict. We just want to have our own thing, where we don't have to rely on the U.S. dollar. But we don't want to necessarily confront them like a war. So yeah, that's what's going on now and the inside of that. So we'll see where that goes.
That goes when the shit blows. You can't call. See, that's one of those things. In your school, right? If you have a group of teachers that want and don't want, and you have that everywhere already.
Sure.
And another group of teachers that do want or don't want, but they're all in one sphere. When the sphere chooses to do anything, they all got to do and don't got to do when that's the moment. That's the only time you can choose until it happens.
Right.
Meanwhile, you start playing, you will be having this little thing like we and you and we and you and, us and you like that battling, like y'all have a split in between. Every organization has that.
Right.
But when the head chooses, that's when the real decision got to be made. That's when you see who is who, and then that's when the path gets divided, and you're no longer part of the group.
Right. Well, I guess eventually there'll be an alpha country, right? And then that'll be like, no, according to the head, they decided to go this way, like it or not. And if you don't like it, get out of the organization.
Right, like the pension shit. Anytime you're in an organization like that, and she ended up living in an HOA. It's fine though. She's in an HOA 100%.
Wow.
Yeah. And don't got access to the pool. It's killing her.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but she's in the HOA.
Doesn't have access because she doesn't have access.
No, she somehow got to request the beeper.
Ah, gotcha.
And I've called for her, and them people don't answer the phone. They have never answered the phone. The fucking dude sent me an email, and I explicitly told him to call me in the fucking email I sent him. So why you send me back an email with like you answering the question? Get on the fucking phone. You remote? Where are you, dude? So I guess there's people who work remote. They're not even nowhere around you. That's why they don't answer the phone.
I want to look into that. I really want to look into that. Like, I just don't know what I can trust yet. So like, I have to like research it more. But I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something, a few hours a week.
Well, I could tell you. I could tell you there's a lot of companies doing that, because when I call people, sometimes I hear babies and I ask them, are you fucking home? I just gave you all my data and you at home. You could have written this shit down.
And you got a baby that's crying in the background?
Fuck the baby. Like, you have a pen and a paper. You could have been writing it down and punching it in the computer. You could have been saving all these people's information. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, and that dude fired me because I'm a convict. Oof.
Wow.
So I think they do background checks. I'm not too sure. They got to do background checks on people, right? I can't imagine they're giving that to any Dick and Joe.
I would imagine. I mean, that's why they all do applications, I'm sure. You have to apply. So as soon as you give them that information, that's usually what they do.
It ain't like Burger King, like anybody could go work. Yeah.
Right.
Because that's scary then. Because then you got malicious. I don't know, bro. That's like, if you're working at home and you're asking me for my social, that's a problem, man. That's a mental problem for me.
I mean, not that you couldn't be doing that if you were sitting at a desk. You could still be taking information, like if you wanted to, right? So, like,
it's easier at home.
Pretty easy at a desk if nobody's watching you. Like, especially if you have an office, forget it. Like, I have an office. If I close my door, nobody knows the hell I'm doing. So, I can be doing whatever. So, yeah, I mean, if that's someone's intention, they're going to do that whether they're in the office or out the office.
I guess I watch too much MacGyver. Yeah. I'm the type of motherfucker who will come in a room. If I'm looking into your shit and I see like you write on a pad, I'm getting me a fucking carbon pencil and I'm gonna read what you wrote, dude. It's there still. I had the little machine that you lift up and you write and you lift up and you write, and after a while you can see people's messages still. Yeah, because if you press hard enough, I could see what you wrote, bitch. Yeah, I can. You keep thinking that I can't. Go ahead. I'm MacGyver, bro. You don't know me yet. Me and MacGyver, I watch all his fucking flicks. Every last one of them. They reran them bitches for years. That guy made a gun out of a pen. What the hell are you talking about?
And a paper clip and some gum.
This dude was what? No, he made a plane with that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow.
But I tell you what, Mythbusters, those guys, I watch a lot of their shows. Mm-hmm. And they've proved that a lot of his shit would work.
Wow, that's cool.
They took duct tape to another level, the MacGyver guys.
Wow,
they made
that's very cool.
Them fucking guys made a bridge. They made a working boat out of all duct tape.
Wow.
A floating boat. Yeah. They made a barricade that stopped the car with duct tape.
Shit.
They put duct tape through a fucking test, man. Duct tape is one strong motherfucking tape. It's a multi-purpose.
Wow.
I have a roll of duct tape in my garage right now here.
And duct tape is the one that has the threads, right?
The gray shit,
the gray one. The gray one, yeah.
Yeah, the
threads,
gray.
yeah.
That's the original shit. Duct tape. That is say duct tape. That is some strong shit. It's weak in one way, but it's tremendously strong the other way. Yeah. So, and then they use a lot of it, you know, like they use and they got the money founded for that shit. Like, I'm sure duct tape gave them millions worth of tape to do all this craziness. Because it wasn't like 3 rolls of tape to make a boat. Them guys had like a couple of hundred of tapes.
Right, of course.
But they made a floating boat.
You had like a warehouse of tape over there.
They did, but I've seen all of the episodes of duct tapes with them guys. I watched that shit a lot when I was raising Thomas. Yeah, a lot of that bullshit. It's fucking hilarious. But no, remote, yeah, you could probably pass a background check.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, I know I can teach English online, but I'm not interested in teaching. If I could teach adults, maybe, but I got zero interest in children.
I signed up for that, and then my computer wasn't working up to date. I got to buy a cord. Yeah, you can't do wireless. It has to be with a cord. Your computer with a cord, like Tomas.
Right.
He's connected, and you're not you're just conversating with people in English that want to learn English. They don't want to learn. They don't want to hear their language.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
And
shit.
It paid pretty good. That's why I signed up for it. I can't remember what it was though. Yeah, my internet connection wasn't tapping into their calling service thing.
Right. It needs to be really strong and consistent.
Well, not wireless. It needs to be, I say plugged in. You know the cable that comes with the internet service?
Yeah.
You need one of them bitches plugged in, like the telephone line. It's a big one.
Right. That you would put into the jack.
Yeah, literally internet in the computer. Plugging that bitch in. He has a cord. I gotta pick up a cord if I want to get into that. But then you gotta make a video of yourself. And they teach you how to make the video, what not to do, and all that stuff. But you had to make a video of yourself. And I'm like, not too sure that's gonna work out. Yeah, what I'm gonna put on? I need to wear like a suit and a tie. I don't own a suit nor a tie. I don't own a tie nor a suit.
I mean, but that's the thing about remote. You don't need a tie or a suit.
For the video to make first, for your yeah, you do.
You're gonna wear a suit for
I don't. Okay.
I'm not saying dress nice.
Let's not go so graphic.
A polo shirt.
I don't own. No. I don't know if one of those can work. I don't own one of those either. I don't own a shirt with a fucking button, dude.
Well, you can just have one, just for those kind of opportunities.
No, I only have one thing hanging in my fucking closet.
It's my interview shirt. There you go.
I have
one interview shirt.
Listen, I don't know how this winter's gonna go, but I have one thing that has a long zipper. That's my little, what I call a jacket, but it's not a real jacket. It's just a sweater with a zipper, a hoodie. Right. That's my jacket. That's what I call a jacket.
Okay.
That's the only thing I own with a zipper that long. I don't have nothing else with a zipper that long. I use it as my sack to put my clothes in sometimes because I can fit all my clothes in that motherfucker.
So I guess when that doesn't do the trick anymore, it's time to leave.
And then long pants.
Okay, that's not working no more. I gotta go.
I have 4 of them, and I probably could fit in 2. And
Wait, 4 what?
Long pants.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I don't have. You call them jeans. Yeah, they actually are jeans. So I got 4 jeans. Yeah, that's about it, buddy. I don't walk around. I got more shirts than anything else that I do. I change shirts a lot. But I'm not one of those motherfuckers that have a closet full of shit. No, I could put I could go on a plane right now with all my shit in the backpack. Leave me alone.
Wow.
Yeah. And I will be making decisions very quickly. Not that one, this one, not that one, this one.
Right. Well, that's really, I'm really trying not to buy anything. Like, I'm so happy to have the little bit that I have.
Yep.
Because I'm like, it's so easy though. Like if you're not moving around, if you're traveling, it's easy because, you're always moving.
It's always easy. If you leave yourself down to 3 fucking choices, you already got 3 choices, bitches. And if you're wearing one, you're down to 2. So then what the fuck are you going to do, right? Like that's why I love the number 3. Because you wear one and you got 2 more left. That's number more choices there, bro. You narrowed that down very quickly.
You live somewhere long enough, you start thinking, oh, I need this and I need that. And before you know it, you got all the shit you had before. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But it's hard. It's really hard. Like, I ended up getting an air fryer. I'm like, I can't.
Ooh,
I need my air fryer.
Okay.
I need my air fryer. I can't.
You can't eat that today. The motherfucker cooks fast, bro. It's like, fuck a microwave. Before you couldn't leave the microwave. Now you can leave the microwave.
Right. I don't care. To me, a microwave, the only thing a microwave is good for is to warm shit up.
For a damn thing but to get radioactive.
Right. Like, if you don't cook in a microwave, so, yeah. I don't really care about a microwave. But my air fryer, I'm like really kind of addicted to the air fryer.
I really was never into microwaves. The only thing I could say I ate in microwaves a lot will be those TV dinner craps, which was no good anyway.
Right. Yeah, I used to.
That's what I remember. But not like cooking food. I see people cook eggs in there. I've had fatalities with an egg. I remember I put an egg in that bitch. That bitch blew up when I touched it.
Blew up, right?
Yeah, I touched that motherfucker the wrong way, and that bitch boof in Freddie's house. When I was by myself.
Oh, I remember that.
The motherfucker splattered everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck? Wow. That's me now. I'm not watching the movies and doing them no more. Yeah.
No, not me.
Nah, that shit blew the fuck up, bro. Yeah, you can't put, and I learned you can't put the yolk. It's the yolk, the yellow shit. You cannot put that in the microwave. It blows the fuck up no matter how you do it. So then I learned how to put the egg in my soup. I took just the whites and microwaved that a little bit and then stuck it in my soup. But that shit blows up. The yolk blows up every time. Because it's a creature. We got metal in us. It's a little chicken in there. I don't care.
Yep.
So they ask people that are pro-life, right? Or pro-abortion, right? This should kill. Or how did the guy made it? Okay. The girl answered, it's okay for a woman to have an abortion, right? So that's pro. But then they asked, and so if the girl uses heroin while she's pregnant, if a
girl what?
And it's the same mother that has an abortion, right? It's wrong. If she's wrong for having an abortion, if she's okay for having an abortion, you cannot say that it's wrong for the same mother to use heroin while she's pregnant.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got you. So basically, if you're okay with abortion, then what's the big deal about someone doing heroin?
Yeah.
Same shit.
It's the same shit. She's doing what she wants with her body. One kills the fetus. The other one kills the fetus that way. Still killing the fetus. So, what's up with that? Yeah, so that's a simple question to ask a motherfucker who's pro-abortion.
Well, I guess it depends on a couple of things. Is her intention to kill the baby?
It doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, it's her body.
It doesn't matter.
No doubt.
She's not being crucified for her intentions on the abortion. She's being crucified for killing the fucking baby.
Right.
So that's the only thing we're going to use on this side. He can't use no intention.
Okay. So then...
She could all intent be wanting to kill her baby using heroin. It's the same shit.
I could say, like, I don't know how long it takes for a baby to die when you do heroin.
Still doesn't matter.
Right? Because I guess, but I mean, if you look at it like, I mean, I don't know how an abortion really works. Like, I don't know how
killing the baby
dies.
It's killing the baby.
The baby dies.
It's killing the baby.
Yeah.
It's being vacuumed out with a vacuum, with a literal vacuum. Like, you can look at your vacuum cleaner, stick it to a woman's pussy. That's an abortion. It's just that vacuum cleaner is super strong, and anything it sucks is gonna pull it right in there. So whatever figure that had is no longer gonna have when it's done. Remember, because it's just we call them bones and whatnot, but they're not real bones. You know, a baby when he's outside, what's his weakest point? His bones. His weakest part is his bones. Even his head is the weakest part, and it becomes the hardest part.
It's like an egg when it comes out too early. It's still jiggly.
You even gotta watch. Some kids have like the weak spot up there that in
their head.
Yeah. You gotta play. You can't fuck with it. So when you think of that as a baby out the womb, imagine when it's in there. It's just jello. Sucked it all up. Done. It's a vacuum cleaner. So you can't put heroin in any way to make it more miserable than that. So if you're pro-abortion and you have a problem with a woman doing that, you are not really pro-abortion. You're destroying right there. Yeah. And the intentions, and you can put the length of time it takes and all that. It's no more crueler than a vacuum cleaner, buddy. Yeah. You're literally using a fucking vacuum cleaner. And in some cases, it's a C-section.
I've always been one of those people that's like, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't stop anyone else. That to me, that's a very personal decision. That's between you and God.
Yes.
As a female, that's you and God. I mean, me personally, unless, like if it's like rape.
That's you.
That's different.
No, that's you and your fucking self. God don't even fit in there. You're going to have issues with yourself when you're done. But
yeah,
you're going to cope with them.
Yeah, but I mean, not all women do have issues.
No.
For some women,
it's all about
literally like birth control. They've had several. And whenever this happens, no big deal, just go get an abortion. Like, to me, that's twisted.
No, it's not.
Like, to do that, like, over and over again? Come the fuck on. There's ways of not getting pregnant. What are you doing? Like, I can understand.
It's probably cheaper that way for her. It's probably cheaper for her.
Whatever. But if you do it over and over again, I'm sorry. There's something fucking wrong with that. And there's something wrong with you. Like,
no, it's not.
Wrong.
It's nothing wrong.
Man, yes, there is.
No, it's not.
Go on some fucking birth control. Have the man wear a condom.
You don't know what is in the birth.
There's a million ways.
Yeah, she probably did try all those ways.
Like I said, there are women that literally use that as birth control. They
cheaper.
Don't care. If they have to have 10 of them, then they'll have 10 of them. Like, well, fuck it, whatever.
It's not the same. It's just not the same. Imagine you're going to work everywhere with no shoes. No, it's not the same. So, some people walk barefooted and can't put on shoes. It's just a line of thought. That's all that is. You know, there's people that don't own shoes, and they never even think of owning a pair of shoes because it's better to walk barefooted for them. That's their line of thinking.
Yeah.
We are supposed to be free to think. So what's going on with that part of life?
Yeah, but there's still like, there's got to be a line. Do things happen, and sometimes you do things that you may never have wanted to have done? Sure,
well, if we think of an Almighty, well then she did have that kid to not have the kid for a purpose. Because if you look at it, somewhere in the cycle, it fixes itself. So a woman that has abortions at the go, she's probably the machine to get rid of the shit. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like the guy who gets robbed, it was because he needed to get robbed and not look at it as a bad thing. Life gives you what you get. Ain't that what most people say? So then if he got robbed, well, what you can say? It was due. Because it's no one gets away and no one gets caught because of man. You can go up a ladder and I can go up the same ladder 5 minutes later. I could fall down and die. It's the same fucking ladder. What's the difference? It was time. It was your moment, right?
Right.
Because do we really have choices? And we went through this one time. If you look at it, you're always down to what your options are, not choices, bitch. You got options, 1, 2, usually. When you really thin it out, and you start tweaking, because I could say whatever right now. Let me have a limousine pick me up, and then you narrow that down. Okay, budget. Don't, no, can't, no, error. So it's not that you have choices of any kind. You're a machine, and you are put here basically to do what is your turn. Like I told, remember I used to say, well, I must be the cell from the asshole. And you probably in the brain, and the other guy's probably in the fingertips. But we all little cells looking at it of another machine. Just like the cells in our body, they communicate with each other and know what they all got to do, no? The ones in the fingertips are not the same ones in the brain.
That's interesting. So I'm on the beach and I'm seeing all these people and I'm like, yeah, what if these are all little organisms of one organism? Well, I guess it is that way.
The sand.
These people. No, I mean all the people. All the people on the beach.
You next to the sand?
All the people. Yeah, I'm on my feet are in.
All right. Pick up a handful of sand.
Done.
Ain't now one of them different from each other. Even though you think they're all individual, they're the same sand. It's sand. So that sand is no different from that sand. You're going to call it sand 1, sand 2, sand 3, sand 4. It's all sand. They don't have no difference. And if you look at them on the microscope, you will see that they have no difference between none of the two. It's a grain of sand. It probably only have the only 2 molecules that makes it, right? Something like that. So how can there be a difference between the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4? It's all sand. If you pick up one, it's like picking up the other. All the information in one grain is the same in the other grain.
That's true.
They all.
It doesn't work that way with snow, though, right? Because every snowflake is different from another. At the end of the day, it's all snow.
But they don't last forever like the sand, so they dissipate. So they could say they have infinite forms because they get to use the forms over and over again at the end of the day. So they're still limited to some format. In the occasion, well, they got multiple forms, but they're gone. So when they come back, they can still be using that same form all over again. The sand is just one, and it's still there, and it's more physical than a snowflake. Right. And that's more of a reaction than an action, too. Yeah, the snowflake is a reaction of an action. The sand is a physical matter, how they say. The matter. It's there. Like a grain of salt. It's the same difference. Can you differentiate one grain of salt from the other? They're all the same. So if you have one, you can make a million because you know what it's composed of. And they all will look the same. Because as far as I know, that's how they're making salt today. They take the salt and fuck it up and bring out another salt. That's how you get the sugar. They take the sugar out the sugar. Well, sweet and low. Sweet and low is what? Unsweetened sugar. What the fuck?
Right. Well, basically it's chemicals.
And then
chemicals that are made into powder that you put into your shit.
Don't ever put that in my drink. I can tell the difference. No, give me the real sugar.
Of course you can. Yeah, no, that stuff, I mean, it's gross, really. I mean, I'm not going to say have not used it. I've used it a good portion of my life.
Have you ever used brown sugar on a daily basis?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've used everything. I've used white sugar, brown sugar. I've used honey.
Sugar is bleached.
Agave.
You see the brown sugar? That's a natural sugar. When you get the white sugar, they took the brown sugar and took out the white and brought it back. That's why that shit is not sticky like the brown sugar is sticky.
Right. Well, that's like that with bread too, right?
Yeah.
Like they remove everything from it to get white bread.
Yeah. That's why most people think that wheat bread is better. Yeah. And my wife, she been getting this bread from this place here, and I never noticed, but bread comes in all kind of format. They got 15 grain. They got no nuts, with nuts, with no seeds, with seeds. They got grain, 3 grain, 5 grain. I was, what the fuck? What's up with just what's up with bread? Yeah, the honey one. All kind of shit with this brown bread. I'm like, whoa. If I wanted to eat peanuts, I would leave the bread and just have a handful of peanuts, motherfucker. Get Cracker Jacks for breakfast.
Why am I chewing on seeds when I eat my bread?
It's just like the cornflakes honey bunch of oats. Bro, if I wanted to eat fucking oatmeal raw, I would have just got a bowl of oatmeal raw.
Oatmeal raw.
Because that shit is just like walnuts with fucking oatmeal that's raw, dude. Like, you eating that shit raw, you can still see the whole flake and not pulled up. It has no water in it. No. I laugh. I learned that lettuce is the most dangerous product on the shelf today.
There's a lot of them these days, man. There's a lot.
No,
strawberries are like dirty as hell. Like, there are literally worms that come out of strawberries. And the strawberry looks fine, so you eat it.
I don't like strawberry anything.
Yeah,
I don't
even. Seeing the thing with blueberries, all these like worms coming out of the blueberries. Oh, it's gross.
You could hit all the berries. I don't eat no berries. Yeah, only stuff like I knew in St. Thomas. I've never eat no packaged berries. I don't dig berries. I like grapes, and I like washing my grapes thoroughly. Like, I will take all of the grapes off of the tree thing before. I'm not just gonna get the tree thing out of the fridge and go eating them like my wife does. No, bitch. Who touched them? You touched them. Who else touched them? Millions of people touched them. Quit it.
Right.
Yeah. I think on occasion
and they were dropped along the way.
I've gone far enough that I think I sprayed the fucking detergent on it before and washed it off.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, they have stuff for that. And there are all kinds of natural things that people do too.
So I've stopped eating grapes. I don't eat grapes that much anymore. The oranges, I started freaking out on them because you buy them the first day and they're like aired up, and then all of a sudden they start to shrink. I've never seen an orange shrink. And tangerines, you buy them at one size, and before 3 days they look like little golf balls. I'm like, what the fuck happened to this shit? Like, wow.
I mean, honestly, like, it's everything now. Now they're talking about how, like, meat isn't really meat, and chicken's not really chicken, and steak is not really steak. And I'm like, fuck. You cannot win. You cannot win.
Well, I saw a guy put fish in the water, squeeze it, and that shit looked like a sponge. And then he put it back in the water, and it came out.
Yeah, you sent me that. I thought that's scary as hell.
I don't eat fish. I don't eat a lot of stuff. I eat some of the stuff that they call bad stuff, like cup of noodles. Yeah, they say it has nothing in it. Well, it's better than having nothing than having too much of some other shit. So I go with the nothing. I love my cup of noodles. Yeah, and just white rice.
White rice,
yeah. Or any kind of rice. Lately, I don't know what kind of rice been in that shop, but I know it looks white. I cook it all the time.
You would know if it was brown, because it takes a lot longer to cook, and it doesn't taste as good.
But every time I cook rice, I cook for good 30 minutes.
Yeah. With brown rice, it's like more like 45 or more, because it's much more like hard. So it takes longer for it to soften up.
How you cook rice? How do you give me your little rundown? What do you put the stove on when you start off?
Oh, I guess like a medium. And then you end up with it really low, super low.
Okay. I start off on high. And I do not put my rice in that fucking water until it ain't boiling. Yeah, don't let your rice sit. If you want pegao, you let your rice sit.
Right.
But that's what's going to be your pegao. That shit that's stuck there that's not really cooked. That's one way to get pegao. You can get pegao another way, and you just boil the shit out of that water high, throw the rice in that motherfucker and let it dance in that boiling water for a good while. Yeah, burn it up until you start seeing like the water starts to evaporate. Then you lit it up, and you might want to put a little bit of extra foil paper on top, and then put the lid on so you can make a tighter lid.
Right.
And don't never open that bitch again. Yeah, so you shake up all you're going to shake up before you cover, and you let it ride. Then you bring the fire down to like 3. fast, and let it ride.
Since it's been so like, the weather's been so crappy the last couple of days. I've been in the house a lot, so I've been watching YouTube, and I've been like binging this shit. There's this guy, he's in Puerto Rico, and his name is El Jíbaro Moderno. And I love him. I think he's so awesome. I could watch him all day, because what I love is, first of all, he lives out in some fucking finca somewhere in PR. And I love that everything he uses is so humble. Like, he don't got no fancy nothing.
No, he's telling you what he is.
Since his grandmother used it like 30 years ago. Like, everything, he don't really have it. Like, if he doesn't have something to like, if he doesn't have a tozonera, he'll just use a fucking plate. Like, he don't give a fuck. Like, I love it. It's so humble. But he's such a good cook. And I'm like, yo, I need to watch every video, and like, I've started to save them. Because I'm like, yo, I'm going to start cooking his shit, because I really like the way he cooks. I'm like, you're going to be like my masterclass.
Well, if you look at these guys on the TV shows, like the Master Chef, does he have like a whole bunch of shit when he gonna do his ingredients? No, he picks up 2 or 3 fucking things, and then you take off to make your masterpiece.
Right.
And
he's not pulling out no fancy cookware or no fancy nothing. Everything is so humble. Like when he's fucking peeling potatoes, that's some shit from like the peeler. It looks like something like my grandmother had. Like, it don't even have a rubber handle. No. It's all metal.
Well, that's the peeler,
And I love it. I love how fucking humble he is. He's so cool. Plus, he also looks like my first husband. So, like, I just think he's cute. But he's awesome. Like, I just love the way he cooks. That's it. I'm watching all your shit, and I'm going to cook just like you one day.
I think to cook, all you need is fire and ingredients. Everything else is beside. That's what I was telling you. Okay, you could take a garbage bag, a plastic bag that they give you in Walmart to put your groceries in. Fill it up with some liquid and put something to boil in there, for instance. You fill up that bag. You put water in there. You put a match to the bottom of it. You think the bag is going to bust?
I would have thought so, yeah.
No. It has liquid inside. It can't burn.
Huh.
That's how we warm shit in prison, with the plastic bottles. Plastic bottles, you can heat up water. And all you need is a toilet paper roll, and you make a burner out of the toilet paper roll and put it next to your toilet. I wouldn't advise to do it on ceramic. It will crack your toilet. This is done on metal toilets. Yeah, you're doing on ceramic, that fire will crack your fucking toilet, just like that. And you make a burner, and you put it in the plastic bottle, and you put the bottle over the fire.
Wow, that's crazy.
And the bottle would turn black as black can be. And it will turn all kind of shapes, but it will never burn through. If you burn it through, you really was deliberately trying to put it on top of the fire.
Right.
Yeah, if you're trying to heat your water, well, you will heat your water, and that will never burn. You know, that's like you're doing camping. You put it away from the fire, and you let it heat. Just like you could light a match with another match without touching. The fire will reach it. Anyway, MacGyver, bro. I love MacGyver, bro. He heat up shit in plastic.
You're gonna survive that zombie apocalypse. You're gonna be all right.
I don't know the zombie apocalypse. I don't know about apocalypse. That might be the beginning of the end. Yeah.
Or the beginning of the beginning.
Well, you know, when you burn the forest down, what happens? It's burnt. Then what happens? It grows back again.
It grows back.
So if Earth blows,
it's the end, but it's the beginning.
It's the beginning of the end. Sometimes to get a good crop, you want to burn it down first, because that actually puts more different minerals into the earth. So life needs life to continue at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It could be a revolving door. Who knows? No one has been there and back yet that we know of.
Right.
That we know of.
Yeah, man. I watch all this stuff, and I know that I shouldn't, but I also don't want to not know what's going on either. But it's scary. like things are changing so fast, and I don't know. I don't remember ever feeling like this before. Like, or seeing things change so much.
Well,
I don't know if I wasn't paying attention, and now I am.
It's not that you wasn't paying
really
attention. That things took time.
Something...
Things took time to change before. It took eras. It took centuries. It took decades.
It's just fucking happening
and
so
now
fast.
It's changing faster than the cell phone can change. Before, the cell phones used to change fast. Now those are stopped. You don't have like version 2000 right now. You're still on like in the teens, right? This iPhone is still in the teens. That all of a sudden stopped. If you notice, the technology is waiting for something. You can say it that way. Since they're not moving forward, you don't have the other developments coming in. No, they're not. They're paused. They're playing with it. And it's the AI. The next phone, and I told you, Elon Musk came out with this Omega shit, and he said it's going to revolutionize, and I can't find the fucking stock for it. And that's how I learned that my stock got changed the address, because I signed into it and told me, thank you, we changed your fucking address. And I'm like, whoa, hold on.
It's like, again, motherfuckers.
Everywhere. And I kept signing into other places, and I'm like, oh shit, it's changed that too, the bank, my credit cards, everything's changed. I'm like, okay, we're going to play your game. So looking for that address right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
So no, everything is changing fast. We're going into digital currency. They already put it in places, bro. Australia.
I know.
They've already put that. They can't hide that. I've seen that. There's places right now that digital currency is the law, bitch. You're going to get it.
Well, I sent you that video from China. The girl couldn't get no food.
But I saw one in Africa. Yeah, if you don't sign up to the digital currency, they're only allowing you $40 a day, and that's not enough.
Wow.
Yeah, or a month or some bullshit. And they're starving the people that don't want to sign up, so they're forcing you to sign up.
Right. They'll tell you don't have to. Of course you don't have to. You can starve to death.
That's a choice, see?
That's not a choice.
That's a choice, motherfucker. Really, that's a choice. That's a goddamn choice. So you're free. You have the free will to make the choice, bitch. It's this will that. Okay.
You can't say nobody's forcing you. Nobody's forcing you.
Okay, so this is the choices that most people. These are the real choices that people have in the day. Either you go my way, or either you're gonna starve, motherfucker. You and everybody who says no is gonna starve. Or they give you something and they kill you out, or they fucking electrowave you like it did in Hawaii. And they fried all them people at one time. Yeah, with some kind of... Yeah, that's incredible.
Yes, they did.
I don't know. I wasn't in no conspiracy. I went there, I watched the video, and that was my first thing that my eyesight was telling me. Why are the trees still standing?
Right.
I see everything, the building, concrete, everything is down.
Everything.
But why are the trees still standing? Because... I asked AI, can a tree withstand waves like that, or things like radio waves?
See, and things like that get to me, not just because of what happened. It's not just about that. Yes, of course, it's about that, but it's not just about that. I think in patterns, and so like I feel like when I see that, and I see how blatant they are about it, and how unapologetic they are about it. Because it doesn't take a genius to figure out that there's a conspiracy. Like, it doesn't take, because it's not a conspiracy, right? And they're not even trying to hide the fact that they're not trying to help them. They just gave another fucking 20-40 billion to Ukraine. Meanwhile, you got these people, and they tied, the motherfuckers, they tied Hawaii's aid into a Ukraine bill. So now if you're in government and you don't vote for more money to Ukraine, you must not care about Hawaii. Because that money's tied up with that money in the bill, right? So this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. And when you see all that stuff happen so blatantly, it worries me because it just means that we're closer to really, really bad shit happening because they're not even trying to hide it anymore. And people don't get that. Like, they think that it's isolated. Oh, that's those people in Hawaii. No, motherfucker, this is you.
That's
it's just not you yet. It's just not you yet. But you think that you're safe, and you're not. Like, when I see these things, I see the future.
It's so crazy. Hawaii is an island of volcanoes. A volcano didn't do that kind. Not many people have, and I don't think died in any one of their volcanoes.
Right.
like that.
Right. This wasn't some Pompeii shit.
No.
You know, that would make sense.
This is all human shit. We know that.
It's all human shit.
That was not no natural.
And when you could do that, to like babies and old people, and yeah, then there's no limit to what you'll do, and therefore no one is safe, and everything is scary. There's no two ways about it.
I've seen quite a few of overlooks of hurricanes and tsunamis through the internet, but that there is how people say it. That was like an implosion. You can't even say an explosion because it would have reached out. It's compact in. I'm sure there's a ground zero in there some fucking where the epicenter was the most, the highest. It'll have a middle to that. If someone do their homework, probably was if you look at it really more. I only look at one video. I was like, wow. No wonder she told me about the Hawaii shit, and I was like, that shit now. Then I was starting to listen to the video, and they're saying it was this wave shit, but you could see the trees shouldn't be up, for God's sakes.
Right. And like I said, the water's turned off. People are being blocked in.
They're not leaning.
And not out. The sirens didn't go on. Like, come on. That's a few too many coincidences.
For how melted things look, and how destructive the trees should have been. No greenery should have been on it. It's still green. I saw lawn. There was still lawn. There should be no tree. Yeah, there was still lawn and grass that was green. There was still some. It shouldn't have no green. It should be all pitch black. But for some odd reason, when you look at the before and the after, it looks bad, but it doesn't look. The greenery's still there. Jesus, it's still got some green. For a car to melt and the tree not to burn down to the nothing, it's kind of crazy.
Right.
Yeah, I don't even
like
think.
Russell Brand was saying, you know, after a while, every time people call you crazy for a conspiracy and then it turns out to be true, well then fuck, you're not crazy, obviously.
Dude, I would take that conspiracy all the way because I think when a volcano erupts and the lava hits the cars, I don't think the cars melt. I think the cars get engraved in there. That if you go with a chisel, you could still find the car in there, inside of the lava. It's not that not as it turns into lava.
It's been encased in
lava. The car. But this, what I'm seeing is something different.
Right.
It was. Yeah. I don't know, bro.
It's a trip, man.
It does. Yeah, it was crazy for me. I fell into that theory quickly. I was like, I'm with you. I'm with you. Where do I sign up? Let's go sign up. Right. What the hell happened here, bitches? Explain to me how to redo this shit again somewhere else in a little format. No, you can't. I'm sorry, but y'all killed these people.
Hell yeah. They sure did.
And I'm sure they killed them. Hey, they're doing that all the time.
I know. It's just, like I said, these are all tests, man.
I guess they don't want women to have abortions because they're going to sterilize these motherfuckers. And it's a thing with the sterilization. I'm glad I'm sterile. I made a baby, how long ago? 14 years ago. So I gotta try again. See if I'm still fertile. Yeah, I need to find another little pigeon and impregnate that little motherfucker to see. You keep this seed going, buddy, because not too sure how this is working out right now. Hopefully, in 10 years, my daughter will be 24. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, huh?
In 5 years, she'd be 19, huh? A little grown teenager walking around getting herself in a lot of trouble. Hopefully not. No, she probably have a horse or two by that time. Yeah, she's invested.
She'll have her own business by then.
Yeah, I could see her. 5 more years, she's already making a little bit of dough. She'll figure it out.
I'm sure.
She'll figure it out. She's already figuring it out. As far as I see. I'm not too sure where she getting her advice from. Hopefully it's her mommy. Not too sure how that's working out.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, hey, it ain't.
Well, hopefully she's so busy with the whole horse thing that she doesn't really have time for much else.
That's not much of a good thing either, but yeah.
It's better than trouble. So, like, she's young enough that it's okay. It's okay. Be obsessed. That's a good thing. At this age, it's not a bad thing.
Even when I walked into his room the other day, he had like a whole case of bottles on the floor. He chews up the lids. I don't know what it is with this guy. I don't know if he's hungry and this is how he kills his hunger. He chews on lids, bottle lids. And I don't think that's pretty good. That's like you're squirming out all the I don't know how. Oof. Yeah, I'm telling you, you're gonna whine out your teeth, bro. You're chewing on plastic like a goat. You chew on plastic and then spit them out, and they look like bubble gum at the end. Like
right, I've seen it.
You don't even see the shape of the lid anymore. It's just crunched up plastic.
Right. It's just plastic with a million teeth marks in it.
That shit looks like a piece of gum at the end of the day. He makes it into a small little ball and spits them out. Even the little ring, he chews them up too. It looks like a string when he's done. Yeah. He can get a job for recycling plastic as he go in.
Hey, you funny.
That fucker is shredding plastic up there with his teeth.
Like, munch on this, buddy.
Like, I don't like that kind of plastic. That's the answer. I'm like, okay, you got a favorite plastic. Cool with you, dude. Yeah, that's not my type of plastic. So what is your type of plastic? And I know better because I tried to do recycling before recycling was ever done. And there's 7 types of plastics.
Well,
and let me not say before the plastic was being recycled, Puerto Rico wasn't doing recycling. Yeah, she called me a garbage man, that bitch.
Oh.
Remember, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, I had to buy a machine and I was trying to figure out how to shred up plastic with my own little machine, my own little invention. And I had the yard full of plastic, all sorts of plastic. Yeah, crazy but true. And then I went to jail, and a few years afterwards, Puerto Rico started recycling. I'm like, I know all about that.
It's like, oh, please, you guys just caught up.
Yeah.
Just caught up.
You still gotta know. You gotta know. That's
cool.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping I could kick off with Sean Malone, but that didn't work out. That's not, that's when them guys give you contracts and you're not a company and then you build your company with that contract and then, okay, everybody knows who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I go back in like 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
I know, I agree. I feel the same way. No.
Yeah, you're going to fight with some weather.
But I just left. What you mean I got to go back? 2 weeks.
Now.
2 weeks, because it's like a week and a half.
Dude,
Wednesday?
Get you some t-shirts made up for every day you got to go back.
I'll number them.
Yeah.
30, 29.
And then let that motherfucker figure out what they have. one before her was Argentina. She also in her country.
Wow.
Yeah, they are. Everybody running away from America, bro. Like when you have a fucking Venezolano say I'm going back to Venezuela, you know that's a goddamn problem.
For real. For real.
Yeah.
That is definitely fucked up.
And you ask these South American motherfuckers, you be seeing them now, they're trying to run back.
Especially Venezuela. Of all places. Wow.
You know the world is bad up here. You know, all the missiles are pointing at us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
shit.
they keep talking about apocalyptic and apocalypsis and they keep thinking all this shit about something's gonna happen, though.
Damn straight. And I don't think it's gonna necessarily be an apocalypse. I think it's just gonna be they're gonna crack down. They're gonna really control people in ways that people are not gonna be able to fight.
And apocalyptic
and that's
right now.
Scary.
Right now, an apocalypse right now would be hitting the main computer system that's running the internet, for instance.
Yeah.
Which that I think is in Germany. CERN.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah. CERN with the dots.
Mm-hmm.
CERN.
Yeah, in Switzerland.
Okay. Whatever the hell that is. I said Germany. I guess it's very far. You was trying to direct me by saying Switzerland, but that made no difference to me. Yeah. Because I don't know where the hell Switzerland is, nor Germany. I'm thinking I'm close.
Yeah, not too far away.
Okay.
You're not too far away at all.
Yeah, that's what they have, because Google is not the biggest thing.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man.
Google came out of CERN.
And I think to myself, like, how do you keep yourself safe? And I can't think of how.
Oh, just so you know, I went into Google today, and they gave me an option to connect to the AI, and I read the terms of service. I backed out for now. I backed out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, what did you see?
It's going to use a lot of your shit. Or your info.
Right.
They're growing right now, so of course people need to opt in. That's
right.
See, when you have a service that's giving you a free service, like most of the time, like Instagram, all these things are free, and they let you play with it and play with it. Then you get involved in it, and then they give you a price, and then it's hard to get out. Even Twitter, he put a number on it, and he still got his money. Right. Because people are going to pay for the fucking check mark. Yeah, you scream and holler, but that's never more than the ones that do. It's just the math is bad.
Right.
If you come out with a conspiracy theory, you still end up with a following. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So the whole object is to throw something up. Because it really doesn't matter. It's just you gotta throw something up. And I don't want to throw it up by myself, dude.
Right.
Like I told that bitch, I'm stuck in a circle, and I know where I'm at, and I understand where I'm at, and I'm trying to tell this bitch where I'm at. I'm in the circle. I started something, and it's not working out for me because you're making it impossible with the way you think, and I can't fix your way you think, so I can't really fix myself because I'm trying to fix this dream that I had with me and you, motherfucker. You know, and I don't. It was a dream. I have a dream too. I know you got your dream. It's not with me, but my dream was with you. So how? So until you don't dream with me, my dream ain't gonna come true. So what am I supposed to do? I had a dream set out.
Right.
And you're fucking with it. I was gonna tell you that. There's no other way for me to scream and get upset because it's not going like I wanted to go. This is not the dream. I didn't dream to have you clean people's toilets. No, this not was what I thought. It was this fucking shit changed on me, and I don't know where I'm at, but I know where I'm at. I'm in this place trying to get something to go my way.
Right.
So yeah,
but like you said, you know, that's where she's at. That was her dream, right? And that was Sophia's dream, whether she wants to admit it now or not. But she threw it out into the universe, and then it happened. But that's not what you want. That wasn't your dream.
No.
And so you facilitated their dream to make sure that they were okay.
Like I tell her,
point, though, you know, at some point, though, you got to focus on your own dream because, you know, it's admirable to, like, make sure that they're okay. But
I don't want to dream that dream. You know what I'm saying? It's, and you know that dream is going to be a good dream, and you know the dream is going to work, and you know it's going to be another venture, and I can see it going and going. I just don't want to go there. I want this dream. Because I've already had those dreams. You see what I'm saying? The dreams of breaking away and letting go, you've had them. I've had them. I want the dream of not letting go, which was the original dream from the dreams that I let go. There was a dream to not let go, and I let it go. Then I went again, and I did it. Oh, you let it go. That's what they told me the first time, so I let it go. But fuck, I don't want to let go the third time. Why do I got to do that? No, I don't want to let go. I already let go twice. It didn't work out either. That's why I'm here again 3 times. So let's do it my way this time. And I'm like, I'm on my last go. She's on her first go. So she still has another opportunity before she realizes it's not to let go. It's to hold on. Hey, now that I realize it, I'm on my last chance. And now the person I'm with don't want to realize it's not to let go. It's to hold on. Letting go is the easy part. It's like suicide. That's why I'm against suicide. It's the easy way. I don't applaud and I don't feel no sympathy for no motherfucker who kills himself. So I'm sorry. I can't bust a tear for you. Because it's the coward way. And running away is always the coward way. And that's how I was brought up. So that you don't run away. Deal with it. You work with it. Yeah. And you make it happen, then you can let it go. Cool. And that's how I want to go. Yeah. Then you know, okay, boom, that's just how it was. And then you can sit down and tell yourself, okay, you were right. You can make it happen. Because I got myself out the cell and I'm trying to make this happen. I don't know how to explain it to you. I went into a time machine and I saw it work. And I went into the time machine again and I'm trying to make it work. And it's not fucking working. And it's frustrating. It's just frustrating. That I know I can make it happen if the other one can, I don't know how to say intertwine. Let's go to quantum entanglement. That's what I need here. She's quantumizing herself and want me to quantumize myself. No, I want to quantumize quantum entanglement. It's the way I operate, bro. I understand myself. I've never... Look, all my relationships has been me and that person making the money, no matter which way it went. We did it together. We walked together, we ate together, we breathed together, we did everything to fucking together. And this bitch got this individualism going on, and I don't know how to deal with it. And it's been for 20 years, and I don't know what the individualism is. Oh, we're a unit or we're not a unit? And I thought it was a unit. And I went in for so long thinking it's a unit. That's why I gave babies. If I didn't think it was a unit, we wouldn't have no fucking kids. So how can you think that? How can a woman think like that? I don't know. But there we go. I got with one. I guess I was playing my game. We could call it being my match, but I'm not looking for a match. In that sense, I'm not looking for a battle. I'm looking for a flow. So I label myself as the river, and she's the dam. I don't know. I'm tired of giving. You're stopping my flow, damn it! You're stopping my flow. And she don't want to flow. She does not. She makes these dreams of her doing it by herself, and she don't understand that you're inflicting the pain. Don't blame me. You're the one doing that. You're the one seeing yourself as cleaning people's bathrooms, not me.
Right.
that no. That's
Mm-hmm.
so whatever to whatever. That's yeah. I know what I needed. I needed her. I needed her to give me some time in that house by myself with her not there, alone. The real alone.
Right.
'Cause alone in the house is not alone. You're in the house. So it's not alone. Alone is alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I went with Freddie.
What do you think would have happened if she had let you be in the house for like a couple of weeks or whatever?
I don't know, bro. I would have sold drugs out of it. I don't know.
Mm.
There's always something. Yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks because you can't force someone to want what you want.
But what I want is no different than what she wants. She keep talking about, you think I love you? I said, look, bitch, this is nothing about love. This is about survival, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's survival. This is nothing to do with love. Not one thing to do with love. It's trying to turn a wheel and make the wheel turn and let it turn and let it keep turning.
Mm.
This is all this is. Yeah, it's.
And then she doesn't really share like what her vision is.
No.
Like her vision was this, but now that she's there, okay, now what?
If she don't share it, well, that's, if I don't share my vision with you, that means we're not lined up.
Right.
We're crisscrossing each other every now and then whenever the wheel turns. We're not like two longitude that we rotate and we looking at each other the whole entire time. No. You're a longitude, I'm a latitude. We crisscrossing whenever.
Right.
It crisscrosses.
Right.
That's how that's working. I got all the analogies to put out there, and I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, so if she's longitude and latitude, then we're two different forces here trying to connect. It's
right.
I understand all that, and the theory says it doesn't work. So here I am, Einstein, trying to make it work. You see what I'm saying? And then I'm waiting for that moment that's how I fucking know it work. Because it works. And I didn't get in the time machine knowing it didn't work. I got in the time machine knowing that it does work.
Right.
Because I already made it work to get me out here. Now I'm trying to make the other step while I'm out here. Wow. It's been the hardest disciple, bro.
Well, yeah, because you can't do it alone.
Well, you know what they say? Word of mouth is the most important and the most valuable marketing tactic. Because one and one is three.
Right.
Yeah, when you start adding like that, it multiplies. That's
Right.
it goes exponentially, and then it's shooting.
Right.
Yeah, because now it's shooting from like 3 directions. I don't know how to explain that.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's like compound interest.
Well, I give it to you back again with the man and the woman. A man and a woman makes 3, but then that 3, each one of them can do it on their own. After that, the man can get another one because the boy will get a woman pregnant. But with one mom pregnant, that'll be a baby. She'd be a girl. The dad could fuck the girl. Boom, that's another baby. The guy could fuck the girl. That's another baby. Yeah, and it just, and then that could be a boy. And the moms do that, and then you have it, and it will just go all over the place out there. It ain't perfect, and it wobbles, and it's a chaos. But it all works. That's why I said, like, you have to have death to have life. Because if it don't die, well, then it ain't alive. So you got to have the life to have death. And they're like the same. It's like anger and happiness.
Right. Well, basically, it's like a door. You can enter or you can leave. Same door.
Yep.
You know?
And flatlining is a motherfucker for me, bro.
Yeah.
How do you stay
We
in
were
between?
watching the trailer for like an old movie from Tom Cruise, and it's like live, die, repeat, right? So basically, every time he dies, he wakes up to relive that, I guess, and to do it kind of like Groundhog Day, I guess, except he keeps dying and coming back and dying and coming back in a new scenario. And I'm like, imagine if that's how this shit is. Imagine if you fucking die, you just wake up in a different life. I'd be mad. Wait, what? New life? Oh shit! Well, you can't. That really can't happen because you'd have to be a baby. Oh, okay.
No, you don't.
That's good. Imagine if you just like boom, you die, and now you're
In
normal.
this world, you have to be a baby.
Right, that's true. That's true.
In the other world, you don't
true.
have to be a baby. Matter of
Right, that's
fact,
true.
it's mostly guaranteed that you will not be a baby because you're gonna be another variation of yourself. So it won't be even that. It's gonna be it's so unthought about because you can't even think of what another life beyond this life would be.
Right. Yeah. You can't even fathom it.
So when you try to step into that place, I only see darkness.
Yeah, it's. I used to think I wasn't scared, but no, it's not true. I'm petrified, actually.
I don't know. I give you that. That's all when I try to think of a life that is not this life, I don't come up with anything. It comes out to be nothing, like darkness. Like you don't. Okay, if we don't have air, like a planet without air, what would that look like?
Right. Well, if you didn't need air, I guess it wouldn't matter. Nor would you even know what air is.
Well, not that you don't need air. We don't need air in this form. Because air is composed of some molecules, right? So if you put the molecules, like you have water, you have ice, still water, but it's frozen.
Right.
So if we have
different
air,
variations of
a different
of the same thing.
form of air, that might be more compressed air or more dense air. I don't know. I don't even know what it will look like. But I know when it's foggy, you can see the air because you can see the water in the air floating around. Like little dots. It looks like a bunch of little dots when you're looking in I don't know, it's smog, fog, or whatever.
And you might not even realize it anyway, because it's like trying to explain water to a fish. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What you mean? What you mean water? What you're swimming in. What do you mean? They just don't understand. When you talk about water, what is water?
As far as he's concerned, it's air. You're the one in the water. Yeah.
You're like, water? What the fuck is water?
You're the one in the water. You're the one breathing water. You don't see the bubbles? And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly right.
Because he's looking at you now, bitch. Yeah, talking about I'm in water. No, I'm not in water. You're the one in water.
No, I'm not. Shit. I don't know what that is, but I ain't in it. Damn it.
We thinking. So, to the fish, the water is air, so he can't see the water. No, he can't.
Right. He doesn't know anything. He has no concept of anything that's not water.
Yeah.
No concept of what's right just above the surface. No concept.
Oh, that motherfucker thinking he's flying. Never look at it that way, but the fish is flying, bitch. You're the one in the water.
Right. Trying to swim. Can't breathe. Drowning and shit. Yeah, they're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. So it's just the way you look at it, I guess. So no, I don't think if we were
like we always say, it's all perspective, right?
If we die, we like in that middle right there, the water and the air. We are when you die, you go into the water, but heaven knows if that's not just another world,
right?
That you're still in that motherfucker, and you gotta go through it to get to the other one.
Exactly. No, anyway, bud, I'm gonna go to Costco. I will call you tomorrow.
Okie dokie.
All right, buddy. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye-bye.